The Rip on Netflix, and then even just watch. What else did I watch? Found on Netflix as well. I guess my question is, do y'all care more about the action in the movie, or the storyline? Like, what's more important? Because I watched The Rip and I kind of was like, it's a lot of action, but the storyline kind of like mid as hell. So it's like I really wasn't locked in as much as like when I talked about Found on Netflix last week, or even His and Hers. I feel like all of those is kind of more of like mental gymnastics. Because even when I remember when I was comparing Found compared to Queen Latifah's Equalizer, it's more like the Equalizer got more violence and I still don't. I'm not still 100% positive. I want to say Found is better than the Equalizer, but still, just those two, comparing those shows, because they kind of created and similar, and very much like the way they even got their staff and their organization running is kind of very similar. But realistically, it's more of a mental thing when you're watching that show. And even for His and Hers, for it to be as big as it was, there wasn't no real action in the show. It was more of a mental thing. It was more of a storyline thing. And then I'm watching The Rip, and I'm kind of like, it's a lot of action, but I'm just like, all right, it's cool, like, but it ain't, I really don't care. Like, this, like, that movie was just like, for as much promotion as it had, that movie was mid as hell, I ain't gonna lie. And I'm sure a lot of people ain't gonna come out and say it because Tiana Taylor in the movie, but I'm gonna just be honest with y'all, that movie was mid as hell. Like, especially they put a lot of promo in that job.
Is it because it's a movie and not a TV series?
No, it just wasn't.
It just was mid.
Is that the one? Did she win? Is that what she won the award for?
No. This was a new one. This one.
The one with her and what's Titanic?
That one. Okay. It had a lot of action, but it wasn't like the best. And I like Ben Affleck and Damon, whatever the other little white guy. But this was not. It wasn't all that.
Yeah, it was just like I said, it was a lot of action. It was a lot. If you are a fan of like crazy gun scenes and all of that, I mean, then this may be the movie for you. But for me personally, like maybe just because I've watched so much other stuff recently, where it's like, I need a storyline, dog. And I even felt like that with Tommy, and we ain't even got to spend a lot of time on it. Like, I know people was happy that they seen Tariq, but that shit was mid, dog. Like 50 Cent, like he need to slow down up on the memes and all the social media stuff, and he need to lock back in with his people who creating these shows, because that luster is gone, dog. Like, I think people we just kind of watch it just because it's like, all right, it's 50 Cent, we kind of still just supporting him, but you on the last leg, because I'm not even gonna lie to y'all. Whatever weeks that I didn't talk about that show, them the weeks I missed them episodes. I ain't go, because it's just like ain't nothing about the show. Just keep it's like, all right, dog. Like, I'm literally just watching it just off of just like good faith because I started it. And I realistically, to be honest, I wouldn't have. Season. Well, tell me what you felt like was the best about it, because that shit was trash to me.
Of Tommy. I feel like this was the best season of Tommy.
No way in hell. No, the first one. Ain't no way in hell you believe that.
The first season of Tommy?
Hell yeah, with the Mexican lady with the scar on her face, you're crazy as shit. This ain't nowhere near. Hell no. Like, again, it's no storyline. Like, this shit, he just out there just doing shit.
That Tariq return could have been way better.
That's my point. Like, Tariq was at the bar with this little nigga like, all right, dog, y'all got me here sitting here with my fake cousin, and he talking about Uncle Tommy. He don't even know Uncle Tommy for real. Like, his face was like, why the fuck am I here at this bar with this little nigga? Like, dog, that show it was just like, bro, like, you could have literally like, and I seen a clip of people like in, I guess maybe like at a bar or something, watching the joint live, and everybody seen Tariq and they going crazy, and it was just like, bro, it was like, that shit was mid, dog. I don't care what you, and y'all know I'm a Power fan, but it's not even, again, when we sitting here saying, the difference between Tommy's show and like if you compare it to like with Tariq's version of Power, it had storyline. Like, people you were invested in, oh, which one of the girls is Tariq gonna stay with, and this, that, and the third. Like, it had a little bit of dating scenario in it. Even with the Kanan situation, he was like, damn, is Kanan gonna end up, don't being with Effie? Like, it had storyline to it. It had other lengths to just, oh, we about to shoot people and we about to sell drugs. Like, all right, dog. Like, it just, after a while, it just get dry. And that's how I felt about The Rip. It was like, y'all got all this bread. Nobody ain't about to take no money. It's no way in hell I'm sitting here with $20 million cash. Count, man. Y'all, man, come on, dog. Like, that to me just wasn't realistic. Especially when that lady started talking about, oh, man, I only get paid $80,000 a year, and people spit on me and call me all types of names, hit on me, and this, that, and the third. This little bit, like, whatever, I don't even know how much money it was, because they didn't have, like, no rubber band around it, but it was a rubber band full of money. And the stack ain't even look too crazy, but it may have just been all hundreds. She was like, this could change my whole life. And Tiana Taylor sitting right across from her like, amen, girl, and you telling me y'all don't slip this bread in y'all bra?
What was Tiana Rose? She was
a police officer. Everybody in the whole jump was police officers. Like, literally the whole movie was all police officers.
Yeah, the police role like the other one, the Tyler Perry one.
You said what?
Was her police role like the Tyler Perry?
Marcus, come on, dog. She on that movie with all them goddamn white people and that big ass Netflix budget.
She didn't really have a.
Hell no.
It wasn't a standout role for her.
Nigga, but you comparing Ben Affleck and them two with some time. No disrespect to Tyler Perry, but like, come on, dog. Like some shit you just ain't even got to say. Like, no way in hell you thought that her role was gonna be nigga. Look at the acting shit around.
I'm just saying like that. Was she like one of those cops? Like I said, she, you know what I'm saying? Like she wasn't the main cop, but she turned out to be the main cop.
Nah, it wasn't that. It wasn't like if it was. This wasn't like no super dramatic nothing. Again, like maybe if her role had some of that type of dramatic. Like, matter of fact, let me take that back. Her role in that in Straw as her the dramatics and all that was 100 times more relatable and was better. I was pissed off that her and that other lady was in there counting all that goddamn money by hand and didn't take $1. Like that ain't nowhere. No, come on, dog, stop. I'm sorry. All right, listen to what I'm telling you. If you ever trying to hire me for a job and you think I'm about to count that type of cash money in front of me and I'm not going to slip $1, not one single dollar, no way in hell, dog. You not, they was counting them some stacks of money. It was bricks of like 100,000, 200,000, 300,000, dog. And you telling me this lady sitting here crying about her making 80 bands and she just sit here and just kept on counting? Nah, dog, ain't no way in hell. That to me wasn't realistic. Like that's when you just made it like, all right, bro, you just made a movie. Hellified promo, a lot of promo on the jump, but it was literally just a movie. Why are we talking about other things before we get into his and hers? Shout out to the Upshaws, dog. And that's one of them shows where I kind of just like watch and kind of can just help like leave it on and fall asleep. But like I was actually watched like 3 episodes, dog. They are so Wanda Sykes is so goddamn funny, dog. Like, and I'm sure people who actually are like super Wanda Sykes fans, y'all already know how funny she is. But dog, I swear to God, the Upshaws is fucking hilarious, dog. Wanda Sykes is my 2 favorite characters on that show is Wanda Sykes and the oldest daughter. And this how I know I probably some seasons I just be letting because I'm like, where the hell did this other daughter come from? But I know that I'm probably a couple of seasons like I watched them, but I don't be really paying attention, so I know I missed the season. Like I'm like,
she been there the whole time. The younger sister.
Yeah, when she ain't been there the whole time.
She been there from the first season. Yes,
for real.
I haven't seen the new one unless they updated and swapped out who the girl was. Yeah, she's been on there since season 1.
Oh, it was a little boy.
I thought it was
It was the older daughter. It's the son he had with the other girl,
right?
And then the little girl, the youngest daughter.
No, and then they got and the crazy thing is like how the gay son got a kid. Maybe I didn't.
Yeah, that was like maybe within the first, maybe the second season. He like and back in high school or something, he went to prom with somebody and got her pregnant. And he found out later on, like, okay, like she came back. She's a police officer. She came back and found out he was a father.
Oh yeah, maybe I definitely need to go back and watch some season thing because I literally like every time it come on, like I'll just watch them, but I really probably sometimes just like it's one of them shows I can just let play and really ain't paying attention. I'm just supporting black people and just letting the numbers run up. But I actually was like watching it, and I'm just like, bro, this little girl and Wanda Sykes are so goddamn funny, dog. Like I was literally I'm only 3 episodes in, and I swear to God I couldn't stop laughing the whole entire 3 episodes. And let's be clear, Mike Epps is Mike Epps, so I feel like you kind of that go without even saying. But my just favorite 2 characters is Wanda Sykes and the little girl. I mean, with the oldest daughter since she's not the youngest one.
In the Miss Pat show, that's back out.
I honestly just hope Miss Pat, like, eventually they just sell it to BET. Because a lot of people, I didn't even know that many people watch Found, and they was like looking like snarking their nose at me like, oh, you late. I'm like, damn, excuse me, big money. I don't got money to have every goddamn streaming service just to be having them. Like,
no, that was on TV. Was on TV.
Well, nigga, you the main person who kept sitting here saying, you can still pay for cable? Like, nigga, you was the cable killer. So how the fuck now that I don't got cable, everybody and their mother sit here and talk about all the shows that I should have been watching. Listen what I'm saying. I didn't watch it. I never seen it until Netflix get it. Most of them shows is, I know that the show gonna be fire. If Netflix pick up a regular show from just a regular TV joint, I know the show gonna be a good show. And Found is one of them joints. And even when I was even comparing it to the Queen Latifah Equalizer, where I kind of was like, it may be a little bit better just because it was like season 2. Like season 1, I felt like it was a good comparison. But by the time I got to season 2, I was like, damn, this joint may really actually be better than the Equalizer. But I just don't know because I haven't seen
more like a CSI type of. Like one of those type of shows.
But I feel like almost Equalizer is kind of the same thing. I feel like that's what
I'm saying. But Equalizer be having. That's why I said when you say that action, because like Equalizer be having the action is like.
And really, but I think that's the only. To be honest, I think if I'm being honest, I think that's the only thing that make me not. And that's why I say I think you need a good storyline with the action, and that's why I don't honestly want to say
CSI or one of them because they really don't have no action for real like that. like their little action don't be, you know, all dramatic. You know what I'm saying? Like it'd be more of the solving the case than
no, of course, but I think that's that's the reason why I can't sit here and say that Found is better than the Equalizer, because I do feel like the Equalizer still has that feel to it, like the CSI. I agree with everything you're saying, but I think realistically the action scenes in the Equalizer is what keep me from sitting here saying, oh, Found ain't better, because I agree with exactly. They both all got that same type of feel to it, that little CSI type of feel to it when they kind of solving the cases or whatever case may be. But I do like just even when you sitting here saying like with Found, just all the characters have like their own different little dark passes to it. Even just like the shit, one of the main characters, the dude who kind of be like beating everybody up and shit. Like, no, this nigga, he gay. Like he like gay. But this nigga be beating everybody ass and he don't come off like it's not like a flamboyant type. Like his husband is more flamboyant, but his like role ain't like, if you not paying attention, you can easily not know that this man is like a gay character until they solving a case where it kind of has something to do with like with somebody else in the community, something happening to somebody, you know, like doing something to them, like it's a hate crime or something. That case may be. Like I said, like I do like Found a lot. Again, like I said, the Upshaws, the final season is on Netflix now. So again, like if you need a lot of things to watch on Netflix, I know. I mean, the cold, when the weather gets super cold, I know it's easier for people to sit in the house and actually just lock in and find TV shows to watch. But I wanted to double down on just realistically the biggest show probably via social media, and one of the reasons why I say, if you are a producer, because I even seen Issa Rae. Shout out to Issa Rae. Issa Rae signed a deal with Paramount. I just don't. I don't want to sit here and sound like I'm hating. I just don't think, man, Netflix is just different. And I don't know if Netflix offered her a deal or she had a deal with Netflix. I can't remember what happened, or maybe her original deal was with HBO. But just the Paramount is like, but I just feel like a lot of those streaming joints, like they be having a show, but I'm just watching even the way Netflix rolling out their podcast joint, like that Michael Irvin joint, like he don't even got, like they going out of their way to just do,
Do everything start tomorrow?
I think his do. At least I seen a couple different joints, but Michael Irvin was the most recent one that I recently just seen. It was one more I seen. I know for a fact Michael Irvin joint. I'll play it in a little while, but it's just Netflix just kind of like, bro, they just like, I don't necessarily know if
they've been in business. I mean, you can't, for what they doing, you can't expect nothing different. I mean, shit, you talking about they the one who put out Blockbuster, so you talking about these years and years of development, and I feel like everybody else probably just really getting in there.
Yeah, but that's my point. I guess sometimes it's just the question of is it worth taking a bag from somewhere else, or is it worth going to Netflix to kind of just get the extra visibility and the extra conversation? Because if it's a good show and it's on Netflix, there's no way in hell people are not going to talk about it. There are good shows on other platforms that people just don't talk about. Like the show got to be, I don't feel like the show got to be extremely good. It could just irritate. Like people could just be irritated by something. Like perfect example, when we talked about The Perfect Neighbor, or we talked about, what was the other joint with when the mother sit here and play? Like, it's certain shows that just kind of like, because it's Netflix and everybody got Netflix, it's easier to get those conversations started where, like, let's sit here and say, like, on Hulu, God damn, Caleb Williams. That boy playing like Superman. With Caleb Williams, it's like, with Caleb Williams. With them other platforms, like, the show got to be extremely good. Like, on Hulu, what's the junk that's about to come back on that everybody geeking for? What is the junk called? It started with a P, I think. Do it start with a P? It's a black dude is the lead character, but I want to say
Cross?
No, not Cross. That's on Amazon. Damn, what is Paradise? Paradise is what it's called. Paradise. But that show is like one of them shows where like but think about it.
But even when you saying that, I get it going to Netflix. Everybody, but do you get lost in Netflix? You know what I'm saying? Like if you don't have I feel like Netflix, yes, you gonna put the bag behind it and you gonna get the promotion, but I feel like all them shows don't get really picked up until somebody really talk about it on Netflix for real. Because there's so much stuff on Netflix to watch.
No, for sure. But
that's probably why you probably might take up. Well, I mean, we take this Paramount door because, like, all right, it ain't nothing. You know what I'm saying? It's nothing else over here.
Oh, it's nothing else on Paramount. So but no, I agree with what you're saying. You're absolutely right when you say that. Is it easier probably for if you are a good show on some of those other platforms for people to kind of find it? But again, like you said, because there's so much stuff on Netflix, I feel like more people I tend to just scroll via Netflix like, damn, I need something to watch. You're 9 times out of 10, because just like how our brains is when it comes to like Instagram and stuff. Like most older people, realistically, you just get on Instagram just because you've been on Instagram for so many years. But it's not just realistically, it's not the better app right now, but it's just because you're just so used to, and you maybe already got community over there. So like if you felt like, oh, I'm too cool to be on Facebook, now your kind of go-to app to keep up with your high school friends and your old neighborhood friends realistically is Instagram. So you kind of just so used to it. So I kind of wonder sometimes where it's like, for most people, I feel like Netflix is just kind of just almost just the go-to thing. So even like I said, for Issa Rae, like I feel like she's gonna have to put out like a ridiculously good show for people to sit here and go to Paramount and just watch it, where it's like, I feel like you could kind of, I ain't sitting here saying the shows that I really like on Netflix, but okay, perfect. Even going back into the Upshows, like if Upshows was like, I don't necessarily know if the Upshows is 100 times better than Miss Pat's show, but I know for a fact it's easier for people to just kind of be like, I'm like, for somebody like me, I know for a fact I've cut on every season of the Upshows just because it's on Netflix. For Miss Pat Joan, it's kind of like, you got to kind of like, all right, I feel like going to Amazon Prime, and I don't know how many people actually on a day-to-day basis just say, hey, let me go on Amazon Prime just to look at, because I mean, not saying people get on there, like, yeah, if it's a basketball game on there, or if it's a football game, yeah, you get on Amazon Prime, but how many people just sit on Amazon Prime looking for new shows to watch? And that probably is the smartest thing BET Plus has probably done, is allowing their shows to pick up on Amazon. I just wish, especially for somebody like Miss Pat, because I do feel like Miss Pat is absolutely ridiculously funny. I wish that she kind of, her show was picked up on Netflix. I promise you, I know for a fact if her show was on Netflix, that show would be 100 times bigger. So that, I mean, that's just my only little takeaway on that one. But again, like I said, going into His and Hers, did you like the way that what was that, episode 6, the last episode? Yeah. Did you like the way it ended?
It threw me for a loop, because I kind of thought it was the mom.
For real? What episode made you think that it was the mom before leading up to the 6?
Like, so when he first said, at first I thought it, in the very beginning, I thought it was her, right? Because she came home with the wet clothes and threw everything away. So I thought it was her. But then when they kept saying the mother was disappearing and she came back wet. Remember, she was wandering off in the rain and stuff like that. So I was like, and then so I was like, all right, so now maybe it's not her, maybe it's the mother. But then when they showed the little white girl, the girl that kind of changed her appearance, I was like, okay, so maybe it was her. So it was one of the two. I ruled the main character girl out, but it was like between the mother and the white girl.
You know, the crazy thing is, I'm not gonna lie to you. Even for the original, when they sit here and changed it, thought that it was I mean, of course, I'm sure by now everybody has seen it. So the heavy set white girl, and then she ended up becoming a news reporter. I never seen that coming a mile away, dog. I'm not gonna lie to you. Like, nothing in my brain ever made it like. And I'm talking about, I was glued in. So I'm like, how are you telling me they in this small ass town and nobody knew that was her?
Because she probably like lost the weight, right? She probably had plastic surgery, and so. I can see how that happens.
I can I mean, but let's be clear. If you paid attention to everybody who keep playing around with this 2016, I can see how it happened. Because a lot of y'all should skip that goddamn challenge, dog. I'm not even gonna hold you. So I get realistically how it could happen, but I was just like, it just threw me for, because you never thought about like how, as much as they made, like when you kind of go back and as much as they kind of linked into that character on how they were picking on that heavier set girl, it made sense where it's like, oh, all right. Well, I ain't mad at her for even shit. I'm not mad at her for wanting to get her lick back when she got older, and then
but you got your lick back. Like she saved you.
No, for sure. And so I think that's what kind of threw people. I mean, that's what obviously threw me off, because it's like, what's your beef? But again, we didn't know that she saved her until the final episode, when the mom wrote the letter and the mom watching it, and it was like, damn. And that's why, bro, when we talking about storylines, he talking about just like a great story, because it was like realistically the whole time. Leading up to that last episode when the mom wrote her letter, I thought that the bigger girl got essayed. I thought something happened to her. I didn't know it ended up happening to the main character. I'm like, damn, what was you upset about? Every time it was like, I felt like Anna, what's her name? Her name was Anna. I felt like she saved you every time.
So it kind of threw me. So then why did you lure her to the house? If the mom was killing everybody, right? So what was your purpose of luring her? Using your husband to lure her to the house. What was your beef with her? That kind of, I still couldn't really figure that out.
I still think maybe they was trying. I don't necessarily know if they felt like they was going to kill her or they was going to try to beat her up or try to do something to her or try to get her to stay there and then allow the wife to kind of get whatever story she felt like was still going on. Like the wife was still going to be out and on the street, just still be able to try to hustle and get different stories. It kind of basically, because at this point it was like those two was battling each other for that spot on the radio. I mean on the news anchor Joan. So realistically, I kind of thought maybe all right if they wasn't going, because again like the final episode being played out, I'm like, all right, well, did they kind of just lower her there just because you kind of wanted her to be out the way, phone not working or whatever case may be, and you can kind of still be like out in that little main part of the city and still pick up whatever cases that you needed to try to get, like to kind of get, I guess, the story before, because Hannah kind of was like all like literally there, and that's what kind of made people kept thinking that she thought she did it, because it was like, damn, dog, she literally did. Oh, he got clean. She was there every time for all the jumps. Like even when the Asian lady, the teacher lady got, or the principal, whatever she was, when she ended up getting killed, Anna was right there. Mm-hmm. So it kind of made you think like, damn, is she the one out here doing it? Because then it kind of made you, in my brain, I'm thinking like, okay, is she doing this to kind of like, all right, I can kind of get away with these murders because it's a small town, but at the same time, I can kind of level up my career again and get a lot of national attention. And that's what kind of made me see here. I honestly thought that. I could see the point where it was like, okay, it kind of made sense, but then at the same time, it made you be like, even with the husband, it's like, if you didn't really kill her, then why did you just come out and sit here and say you and her was sleeping together?
Yeah, you lied and did all the stuff, and you made yourself seem guilty.
Yeah, he definitely the way he kept trying to clean, and I'm not even mad at his partner because I'm sure watching it like in real time, like when she tried to even shoot him and try to stop him when he was trying to go save his wife, I was pissed off because I'm like, dog, I mean, I can't be mad because you're really doing your job. You don't know what's going on. But it was just like, damn, dog, you on your Scooby-Doo type shit. Like, I ain't gonna lie, his partner kind of was pissing me off a little bit. But I mean, at the same time, she was actually doing her job. So I can't be mad at her for sitting here trying to solve the cases. Again, like I said, his and hers was great. That ending just and I seen, of course, now going around Earth that probably everybody has seen it. Now they turning the mom into a meme. Like, how, if you ever want to know how bad I'll crash out for my kid or behind my kid, and people just using the video of the mom sitting on the couch. I guess I don't think, I'm sure you're a mom. Do you feel like damn, could you have waited that long?
But she she didn't know. Like, you know what I'm saying? It's not a time frame on when she saw the video. She might not have saw the video until they got older.
Oh yeah, when the daughter left, you're absolutely right. Because when the daughter left, was after she lost her child, so that kind of made sense.
Yeah.
Yeah, I ain't even mad at her for killing everybody. And the crazy thing is, I guess the brother didn't know. I'm like, damn, he wasn't even mad that they killed his sister.
He was, in the beginning, he was like but then
no, but I'm saying, but he don't know that her mother did it.
Oh yeah, true. Yeah.
Yeah, he don't know that the mother did it. But again, like I said, that to me was just. Yeah, man, that joint was so fire. Like, and I really wasn't like, you couldn't even be like, even the mom watching it, I was like, damn. Like, the way they made that play out, like, there's nobody, like, your human nature, you could not imagine you being that mother and you watching your daughter. Again, like you said, this was when she was a kid, so it's like, you damn near gotta relive and watch this and never, like, damn, my daughter went through all of this and been carrying around this trauma for all these years, because that happened when she was on her 16th birthday. You said when she grown now.
And you didn't know. If she didn't say nothing, like, you never knew. That's the probably what eats away at you the most. You didn't even know. You couldn't even protect her
at all. Like, and that's why you can't be mad. Like, I feel like really, if you are real, I don't even think you got to be a parent. If you want to, if you have the desire to be a parent, there's no way in hell you could watch that mom. Like, even just the way they got her emotions down packed when she was just watching it and just kind of like. She watching it play out and she just losing it. And then when the big girl just run away, like, man, that you could just see the anger. Like, that's again when we talking about like great storytelling in a show and just and then shout outs to what's the lady's name? Tessa Thompson, I believe that's her name. Mm-hmm. And she's the actual producer of the show as well. So I mean, that's super fire. Like, to be able to be the leading actress and also write the joint like that. I mean, to be a producer on the show, that is super fire. But again, like I said, to me, a storyline right now. In this day and age, or whatever, what's today's date? January 26th, well, January 18th. By the time y'all hear this, it'll be January 20th. I'm heavy on the storyline. Give me a good storyline over the action or any of the extra stuff. Like, I need that good storyline because the storyline just make the whole jump. Like, even that, man, just the way it ended and it didn't just playing the mom, like looking at the mom's body language and her facial expressions and her crying and sweating at the same time, watching her daughter get taken advantage of at 16 years old, and like that shit. And to me, it's like the messed up part about it is like, again, like, dog, y'all, like, this nigga sister, like, the fact that he married her sister. I mean, his sister knew that she watched his wife get assaulted like that and never said nothing to him about it is crazy to me. Like, you know how sick people is, like, and I get it. Some people like, if she ain't never made no big deal about it, I'm not gonna make no big deal about it. But dog, that's crazy to me. It's no way in hell. Like, how the hell, man? Come on, dog. Like, you got to be serious. It's just some stuff that just kind of just don't make no sense. But again, like I said, His and Hers to me was a great show. Episode 6 kind of solidified that show to me. Like, I felt like it was maybe I'm like, cool, it's a good 10. It's a good show. I like it. Like, even if the ending wouldn't have been with the mom, but the mom ending it, that final episode just really been heavily on the mom and breaking it down on just how her thought pattern was and how she kind of did everything. Even faking the dementia thing, like, that shit was so fire. Like, for her to fake dementia, because it's like nobody, like she said, nobody's going to sit here and think about the old lady who's kind of just like.
But like I said, if you know, it was every time when it was raining, right? Every time it was, that's when she got the dementia. That's what kind of was like, okay, that's what made me, because every time it was raining.
But but think about it, even though after that, the very first episode, how well she played it off, because it was like, remember when the husband came in the house and she said, you know, like they had a little interaction, hey, and it went on for maybe like 7 or 10 minutes, and then she walk off and then she come back in and be like, hey, when did you get in here? So it's like she played the part so goddamn well, and it kind of made me be like, damn, she got that shit bad. So again, when you sit here saying you selling, because of course, like, if this was in real life, you're selling this to the people in the room, but you actually to the audience is like, we all thought she had it. Like, you can't, like, she was, even when the last time when they found her in the middle of the street, and she just like, you got to think about how committed you are to it. Like, the whole town get to see you butt ass naked and think you crazy as hell.
And then when she was cooking the breakfast with the eggs and left the shells and the eggs and gave it to her.
Yeah, that shit was fire, though. I ain't gonna lie. Like, His and Hers set the bar for like what you be when we talking about like series or mini shows that's coming out on Netflix or any of these other platforms. Like, they just set the bar so high. And not sitting here saying that other shows kind of can't get their stuff together, because I did like I liked last year, what was it, a Penguin on HBO Max, and I told you I like Devil in the Dress on Peacock. Like, I feel like they had certain jumps, but then there's some shows when you talking about just, to me, where storylines kind of just got like weak. Like, even for Bel Air, like, yeah, I watched Bel Air, but it wasn't like nothing like super crazy. Like, like you could tell the difference between shows is like super crazy, like you geeking to finish watching them Jones, so you kind of don't want to go nowhere until after you done watching all of them. If it's a show that you can binge watch, like, that's to me is like the difference between like cool shows and great shows. And His and Hers is a great show. Like, I'm telling you, if you haven't watched it, I'm sorry, but I feel like if you on the internet, that was one of them conversations you damn near couldn't avoid at all, because I felt like it was all over the place and everybody and their mother was talking about it. So again, like I said, shout outs to His and Hers. Why are we talking about stuff on the internet?